For me, Abruptly Authentic is the journey that started once I almost killed myself on November 23rd, 2023. That's the start of my Abruptly Authentic journey. Hi, welcome to Abruptly Authentic. I will be your host, and you are in for a ride because this show, well, first of all, I'm so excited to have it. I really am. And it's an idea that has been evolving in my brain for the past year and change now, and it's abruptly authentic, and that can mean so many things. So welcome and thank you. I just feel the need to thank you again. I know I've said it a lot on social, but now we're talking, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support and love, I mean, my gosh. And for all of those that have said some really mean, nasty things to me, I'm going to thank you too, because you have taught me how I'll never be in life. So, welcome. I can't wait to hear your abruptly authentic moments and how they've changed your life, because I think that once you have something abruptly authentic happen, that you never really go back to that place of darkness that may have existed in the past. For me, abruptly authentic is the journey that started once I almost killed myself on November 23rd, 2023. That's the start of my abruptly authentic journey. For you, it might be, you stopped eating sweets because sugar's bad, or you decided that, you know what, you're going to take some more time to self-care. I mean, it could be something as simple as it's all things. It could be you learned how to change a tire on your car. So that's what I love about Abruptly Authentic. It's not just recovery. It's not talking about me. It started that way because this was how it was born. And so I have to give you context, right? But I'm most excited to help. I've always wanted to do that. And Abruptly Authentic really started in my mind days after the accident. The idea. I didn't have a name yet at that point. And I don't know that I even knew what this would turn into. But over this past year, as I've continued on my journey and still am on it, I've been able to look back and understand that that accident changed me forever. And I feel like, as crazy as it is to say that something so horrific, something that still gives me nightmares, quite honestly, I still get the nightmares. I'm still getting flashbacks. It's been over a year, but I feel like that's going to be with me for a long time. And through therapy and talking about it and getting EMDR and techniques done, which I'll explain at another time, I found that by finding a voice and wanting to not only help myself, but I think that I've always been one that wants to help you too. That was something I was doing organically because it's who I am by nature. Before the accident, I was a blurred version of me, is the truth too. So Abruptly Authentic started, it progressed through the year. And as I continued to write things down and talk to my therapist, I came up with the phrase. And it wasn't a brainstorm session like let's think of what to call what I might do. It just happened. The accident happened for a reason. This show is happening for a reason. It's my journey. It's what is meant to be so that I can not only continue to heal myself, but hopefully help heal you. And it's not just in recovery. It's in any way that you've had your abruptly authentic moments in your life happen. We all have them. And for me, it was clearly the accident. I remember back to when this all started. And by this, I mean this new journey. We're always on a journey of some kind, but my journey definitely took a pivot after the accident. But I remember sitting in my therapist's office, and at first I was still, I was in shock. And I was a lot of things. I felt like I was, when you drive by and see, it's sad, but you drive by and you see maybe a squirrel that's still squiggling on the road because someone ran it over. I was that squirrel. I was just sort of existing. And I was so in shock, embarrassed, sad. I was a lot of things. And I remember sitting on the couch in my therapist's office and feeling even then the need to kind of hold back a little bit. Not much, because I wanted to get help, and I knew that. But I still, I did. I had moments, and then it dawned on me that if I am not authentically honest with every little bit of what has happened to me and what I was doing, that I was not going to be able to cure myself. And that would have sucked, because I may be, I don't know, would I have gone back? Would I have repeated that cycle that I was in? It makes me sick to think that that might have happened to me. Thank God it didn't. But I remember feeling really proud when I shared something as simple with my therapist as, I took a Benadryl to calm down one day, and you would have thought and this was in the beginning, but you would have thought I was doing crack off the streets in my brain. I just felt so ashamed. But once I was telling her all the things, I thought, oh my gosh, this is what I must do. I have to be abruptly authentic. And I wasn't using that phrase at that time in my journey. But then I did all the hard things. I still do all the hard things. It's been all hard things. It really has been all hard things. And I'm not going to be your pleaser anymore. I was a big pleaser, people pleaser. Not only with you, but with my own family. I've learned that being a pleaser is really dangerous for your mental health. And I've allowed myself to have grace and leave beds unmade some days and focus on myself instead. And so you're going to be able to share in this same space. And I didn't want it to have a limit. I didn't want to shut some of you out. I wanted something big. And I was scared, but what my brain told me was that, good, you should be scared, because you're finally, walking into a place of unknown. Everything before now was predictable, pun intended, right? With the weather forecasting. you have to get ready for unpredictable, because that's what life is. Every single day, it is unpredictable. So I'm really excited about hearing from you. And I mean, well, you might not know. So if you're just seeing me for the first time, I part of my journey included cancer in this past year. And so maybe there's something medically that was abruptly authentic for you. Whatever the case may be, I feel the need to help. And I am so happy when I make you happy. That is everything to me. So why this and not going back to just a traditional television position that I was used to? I just answered my own question. I was used to it. There's more in me than that. I'm more than that. Nothing's wrong with what I was doing. I loved my career on TV. I'm still going to be on TV, but in a bigger space. I was limited. I boxed myself into a space of weather, host, loved them, but I was boxed into those places. And I don't want to be boxed in anymore, because there's more to me. There's so much more to me. And there's so much more to you. And I, through sober eyes, really realized that, oh my goodness, like I was being held back. Like, geez, I look at it and I think, oh my gosh, like, why didn't I figure this out? Well, because I was drunk. Not at work, but after. I was in just total blurred tunnel vision. And so I don't want to have limits. That's why I love this idea of abruptly authentic that I came up with, because there are no limits. Why should there be limits to life? As far as I know, this show could evolve into a million other things, and I'm excited for the evolution of it. I think that, boxing yourself in is dangerous. Why put a limit on you? That's something that I had to learn. I was puppet string me for so many years. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I loved and do love. I'm a meteorologist. I mean, I studied and I have that degree, but I don't want to be limited to tell you about the rain and snow. I want to talk about much deeper things. I'm interested in those things, and I'd be happy to do a forecast on occasion on this show. Just for fun. We can do that. But yeah, there's more to me. And I have a feeling there's more to you too. You know what has really surprised me over this past year about myself is that it's funny. I'm thinking about just all the things that have happened over the past year and change now. And what has surprised me the most, all of you that call me narcissistic, prepare yourselves. I really do love me. And I mean that as it should be taken. I love me. If you don't love you, how do you expect to be loved properly? I love myself. I didn't love myself before the accident. I really didn't. Okay, so I'm starting to tear up because now I'm thinking, why didn't I love myself before the accident? Because I was lost. I wasn't this. I got lost in alcohol. So I also wasn't in love with myself. I hid. I hid behind so many things. I hid behind TV screens, cameras, all kinds of things. And you know what I hid behind the most was other people telling me what I should be. And that's not their job. That's not your job. I tell me who I should be. It's been really great talking about all these things today. I mean, I feel like this is sort of our getting to know each other show, but I'm really excited about the next one because it's going to be fun. I got to tell you, it's going to be a little fun for me. We're allowed to have fun and be abruptly authentic, by the way. So I'm going to take you along for a little ride on the next show and dive into all the things that I've been dealing with coming at me over this past year and change on social media and other forums. And I mean, I'm going to have a few things to say about those things. So it'll be an adventure because I've never done that before. So you might hear your name. I'll keep it to first name so you don't exactly know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good therapy for me. And honestly, because remember, I want to help you. But it all relates to you because I guarantee you had moments like the moments that I will be describing on the next show. So we might laugh, we might cry. What is really great too, while I'm just on the subject, is that every show is going to be entirely different. So, screw thinking that every day has to be routined. Done with that. So done. So done. For once in my life, I'm going to be unpredictable. And that's what this show is going to be all about. So the next time I can at least, I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to pull some material. I'm going to do a little homework between now and when you see me again. And kind of engage with you just like this. I'm going to actually be talking to you. And I'm excited. You may or may not like what I say, but, I cannot predict that. But I can tell you that it's going to be a fun, informative, very different look that you've never seen yet of me. Not because I was, I was hiding it from you. Totally. There are so many things that I've hidden from you because I thought you wouldn't like me. So I don't know. But here's the deal. Please take this as I mean it in the most sincere way. I don't care if you do not like me. I really don't. And oh my gosh, I just feel like Merry Christmas to me saying that. I don't care. But abruptly authentic is whatever you want it to be. How's that? It's whatever you want it to be. I'm not going to judge your abruptly authentic. I'm going to embrace it, just like I hope you embrace mine. And I invite those that don't embrace and want to challenge, because then we'll have those abruptly authentic conversations. This is going to be life-changing. It has been for me, and I'd like to bring that same experience to you. Thank you. All right. You're not allowed to lie ever. It's abruptly authentic.